Okay, welcome to our channel. We're new on the YouTube. Our channel is Triple J, TRIPLE JJJ, and this is going to be the first video we're doing. I'm going to do it about our pontoon because it'll be one of the easiest walkthrough videos we can do for our first one. So let's take a tour around it. His channel is named after our son, my wife, and myself. So we've got a 2010 Bentley Encore. Back in 2010, this is one of the nicer luxury, I guess, style pontoons. We've done a lot of modifications to it. We enjoy fishing a lot. We're not a real big family just to go out and cruise around the lake. We enjoy going out fishing. So we'll start at the back of the boat here, and so I added 4 exterior lights, 2 in the rear, 2 in the front, for being able to back in the dark, or if we're just out actually after dark, I got lights I can turn on, and these are LEDs. And we've got a 33-gallon cooler. It's our live well. It runs off the aerator. The aerator is actually up underneath the seat with the trolling motor batteries. And I ran the air hose all the way back down the channel and ran it up in there, and we've had fish in there for 8-9 hours, come out perfectly fine, still alive. Put bumpers on both sides. These are my guide-ons. Some of the lakes we go out to, they've actually got pretty steep drop off for your trailer. They're really hard to try to get a pontoon lined up over your bunks. So I put these on to actually help get me lined up. That way the back of my boat won't float with the current. It'll actually stay within that, and I know I'm going to be over top of my bunks. And I've also added the bunk guides. So these are my pontoon on guides. Bought these when we actually got the trailer. We had the trailer was built by Hoosier Trailer, and those actually make it real nice for guiding it on the bunks. It's only got a 25 horse motor, which is perfectly fine with me. I'm not in a big hurry to get anywhere, and myself and my wife are actually planning on entering a bass tourney. We are set up. We are legal to be in a bass tournament. Hopefully it won't tick anybody off as got real fancy bass boats, but we love fishing just as much as everybody else does. So we'll come around to this other side, and as you can see, we haven't got it cleaned up yet this year. It's just now spring. And actually today, about 15 minutes ago, we had hail and we had rain and a little bit of snow. So that's kind of like the weather we're getting right now. But I've got my rear transducer back here. I've got 2 depth finders on the boat. I've got a front depth finder and a rear depth finder. Both of them are Humminbird Helix 7s. So shout out to Humminbird. Here's my rear transducer that I have hooked up. And this transducer will go to my Humminbird at my helm. So back here I've got 2 12-volt batteries. They're hooked up. This is just a 12-volt right here. This is run all the electronics on the boat and the boat motor itself to start the boat motor. So these are just 12-volt batteries hooked up for 12-volt. My trolling motor batteries, obviously I have 2 12-volt batteries hooked up for 24-volt, but we'll get to that here in just a few minutes when I get up there. Like I said, I apologize. It's dirty, but we'll get it cleaned up. It'll be nice, it'll be white, and it'll be ready to roll to go fishing. So we come down this side over here. I installed fishing pole holders all around the boat. There's 8 each all around the boat. We put these on here for basically crappie and bluegill fishing. We don't do a lot of catfishing or anything like that, but it's real nice to be able to sit back in the seat, set your pole up on these, and relax to where you don't have to worry about your rod sitting beside you or holding your rod or anything like that. So they actually worked out real good. I had to raise a couple of them. I had to actually add some rod to it to raise them up over my seats, so the poles actually wouldn't just be laying into the seat. They're actually propped up over top. So that'll be kind of interesting to play with those. Come around to the front here. Here's my 2 front lights that I installed for docking or late night fishing lights, whichever you may be. And also up underneath, I installed an LED strip. I don't know if you can see it very good or not, but it goes all the way down the center of my boat. That is actually a green LED strip that I installed that works off a toggle, or works off a remote, I'm sorry. Works off a remote. And we can turn that on for when we're out fishing to shine a green light to hopefully draw bugs to bring up fish. Here's my front hummingbird. This is a Helix 7 also. Both of them are. The mount I actually built because I didn't have any other way to mount it. It actually works out really nice. And right beside it is my Minn Kota Terrova. It's a really nice trolling motor. Shout out to Minn Kota. Anybody plans on buying a trolling motor, I'd definitely go with Minn Kota. This has got the spot lock. It's got the track package. Now there is one that's a little bit higher price than this. It's nice, but you know what? This 80-pound thrust, 60-inch shaft moves this little pontoon around. And when I put it out for spot lock, the rear end may drift due to wind or current, but the front end stays right where I want it. So it's an awesome trolling motor. Haven't had any problems with it at all. So we come around here, and this is my front transducer for the trolling motor, or for the Helix 7. I can remove this pin. I built this at the shop. I can remove this pin. I can drop it down, and it goes down below my tubes, which that way the tubes don't interfere with the transducer itself. And then I can raise it back up in the stow position where it's at right now. And that way I can watch actually what I've got out in front of the boat, and I can also see what I've got out behind the boat. More pour holders. There's 8 total on the boat. And we'll get up on top and we'll take a look to see what we got up there. I don't think I forgot anything out from underneath. All this wiring, I hope you hit a like and maybe subscribe to our channel. We will have other videos. My son loves playing video games. We love doing all different kinds of stuff as a family, so we're just going to do all different kinds of videos. It's not going to be one specific thing. Everything is loomed. It runs down through my channels. It was a lot of wiring to get everything done, but it in the long run it turns out really nice. So we'll come up on top of the boat here. So we have a changing room on this boat. It's a pretty good sized changing room. So if you have to use the bathroom while you're out on the lake and you're out for 8-9 hours fishing, you've got a place to use the bathroom. It makes it really handy. Like I said, the boat is really dirty. I apologize. We are going to get it cleaned up, but it's not quite time for us to get ready to go out fishing. Okay, up here at the helm, I have my first Humminbird Helix 7. And this one runs off the rear transducer. And I installed a pile stereo so we can Bluetooth listen to some music while we're out. And coming up front, there's my Minn Kota. And then there's my other Humminbird Helix 7. This one runs off the front transducer. So when we're out trolling for bass and we're throwing, I can actually operate the Minn Kota off the foot pedal, so I have hands free, and I actually operate the Minn Kota so I can watch my depth finder and see what I'm doing. Or if we're just out and we want to troll and I don't want to use the foot pedal, I have the remote. Either one of them is really nice, but I just started using the foot pedal last year, and I really like that. So up here underneath this seat is where I have my aerator pump. And I have it hooked up to one of the 12-volt batteries to only pull 12 volt. But I have these two batteries hooked up for 24 volt. That way I can run my trolling motor. And I have a battery charger up underneath this seat. And that's hooked in to both of my batteries, where all I have to do is pull my plug out, plug it into 120, and I can let my battery charge. Try to make it as nice as possible. Again, shout out to Minn Kota Hummingbird. Awesome equipment. Wouldn't have anything else. Well, and okay. And we also installed pole holders. These pole holders will hold 6 poles each, so we can hold a maximum of 18 poles on the boat. And it makes it really nice, because when we first got it, we was laying them on the floor, and we was traveling that way, and then they laid on the floor, and when you wanted to change a pole, everything was tangled and everything. This keeps everything really nice. Everything's right there that you can grab it, and you know exactly what you're grabbing. Like I said, I apologize, the boat is dirty, but we're going to be getting ready to come out and start cleaning it up and get ready to get her out on the lake. Can't wait to go fishing. So we'll do one final little take of the boat, and then I'm going to call this first video good. But I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. Like I said, you can subscribe. We're going to do all different kinds of videos. It's not just going to be this. It's going to be a little bit of everything. We like doing all different kinds of things. So hit that like button and subscribe. And if you have any other ideas about your pontoon, about how you're fixing it up, because we're like big pontoon people here for fishing. We're talking about taking off our front seats, putting in a couple bass seats, maybe moving a new live well up front, putting my trolling motor batteries in a storage way up front to open up the front end. We're talking about doing all different kinds of things. But we really enjoy it, and we have a good time with it, and hope you guys enjoy your boating and enjoy your fishing. God bless the United States, and we hope to hear from you soon.